Damn, I forgot the microphone. How is it going, everyone? Welcome to Touhou 18. I almost started talking with no microphone attached. That would have been very sad. But don't worry, the microphone is there. You know, maybe some of you would prefer if the microphone wasn't working, but you know, that's something that, you know, well, there is the mute button available. Anyways, that's not important. What is important is that I want to do an extra no bomb today. So I was looking, the reason why I was here is because I was looking for what cars I had remaining. And there is still quite a bit. I mean, there are 8 remaining. One of them being the mini Hakero. Well, another one being Mike's card, which is a stage 1 boss. That shouldn't be a problem. Then there is Sumireko's card, Aya's card, and honestly, well, all of the remaining ones, except, well, no, never mind. There are still some active cards remaining. Yeah, I don't know which one those are, but I don't think they are really important at all. But you know, regardless, what I want to do today is not even related to that. What I want to do today is beating the extra stage without any bombs, and I want to use Marisa mostly because, well, I need to beat the extra stage with her, but also because I don't like Sakuya, so you know, we can go with Marisa. Now obviously this is not be the same strategy, obviously, because this is gonna be worthless since it gives you bomb fragments, and this, even though it is gonna be useful, I personally, if I'm going for a no bomb, I don't know if I like using something that resembles a bomb. Even though it's not a bomb and it doesn't count as such, I would rather not have this. There is one card, however, that it's sure that I will have to use, which is this one, which gives you a life fragment every time you capture a card. I feel like I'm gonna stay with Shanghai, especially since Marisa's range is garbage, so having Shanghai help out with the enemies that I can reach is good. And for this one, I could use the Tanuki since I'm gonna die a lot, and the Tanuki will avoid me to, you know, will avoid me becoming useless, because, you know, every time you die, obviously you lose power. I don't remember what the Haniwa did. What does it do? Something about options. I think it affects your options somehow. I don't remember if this was the one that blocked the shots. I think it was the one that blocked the shots with a chance. Aniwa is funny. What did it do? How is it going, Yannick? What was this, the one that blocked the shots? Because it mentions options, but obviously I can't read the rest. All I know is that it affects options. So is it that one, or am I mistaken it? Options flow. Okay, so it is that one. Nice, nice. No, I won't be using that. No, I think I will have to go with the Tanuki. I'm gonna die so much that the Tanuki has to be necessary, because if I don't use the Tanuki, I'm gonna go down to 1 point of power and it's gonna be impossible to deal any decent damage. It's not by chance, it just has a long recharge. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I remember reading that now that you mention it. Okay, this is another card that could be useful, though it only adds 1 extra life. But 1 extra life is very useful, obviously, in a no bomb. No, I'm not gonna use the Remilia Fang, but anyways, how is it going, Bravi? Yeah, I don't think any other one here will be useful. I also don't want to use active cards. I feel like the concept of a no bomb will be not using anything that resembles a bomb, and using something like this, I mean, it's still a valid no bomb, but I don't want to. I want to use, you know, what I have. so I think I'm gonna do this. Gonna do Smoke, Shanghai, and Tanuki. The Tanuki also gives you 2 points of power. The only problem here is Marisa. Marisa has a really bad range, and I'm used to do this stage with Sanae that basically has godlike range. Maybe using a... Why Marisa? Well, I need to beat the extra stage with Marisa and Sakuya, and I don't like Sakuya, so... you know. I like... I mean, it's not like I like Marisa either, but I mean... between the two, oh, I fucked up. Well, it's okay. It's not okay. It's okay. Funnily enough, the run isn't over yet. Because here you can die all you want. What you need to do is basically... It's gonna be a problem though, Marisa not being able to aim. Especially because a lot of the enemies are not even something that comes right in front of you. But you know, Marisa is absolutely worse than Sakuya for this. Well, in that case, let's see how far I can get with Marisa. Will I be able to reach the boss? I don't know, dude, I don't like Sakuya. Just a character that requires too much maneuvering, and I'm not a very big fan of that. But it's okay. So apparently, if I play well against these foes, I should be able to get lots of life fragments. But that's only if I play well, which I don't know if I can do. We will see. Catch your ass. Oh, I got an extra life there because it gave me the normal fragment and the additional fragment that the smoke gives you. So it basically gives you 2 fragments. I also gotta remember that I can bomb. Which means I should probably remap the bomb button at this point, I feel. Because I'm most likely gonna press it, and if I press it late in the run, it's gonna be such a fucking waste that I don't really want that to happen, you know. Oh, these spirits are gonna be an absolute pain in the ass with Marisa. These spirits are gonna be so bad. And the fucking RNG in their movement doesn't help. They go wherever they want, basically. You look at that one from the previous wave is still running around. No fucks given. So I was gonna be fast enough for that. But I guess not. Maybe I could try Sakuya. Just that I don't like her. But we will see. Maybe it will go well. Maybe not. I don't know. Impossible to know until you see it. At least it seems that for that attack with the spirits, Marisa is slightly more useful than Sanae, but that's not really saying much. Okay, so you say that I should use Sakuya. Well, if you say that I should use Sakuya, I'm gonna use Sakuya. You say so? Well, that's a very nice start. Something that I should make use of is this. This basically double shot thing, but it's hard to do. At least to me, I find it very hard to control, well, to the point where I really can't control it. I don't really like this kind of shot types. They are way too complex. Way too complex. Not to mention the kind of memorization that you need to do for every pattern, though at least here in the extra stage they are more or less memorized, but at least I should be able to get rid of the green guys, right? The green yin-yang orbs, I mean. Not really. She does some damage, but I think that it's not enough. Now the thing with Sakura is she's bad on stage and good on boss. Sana is the opposite. You say that Sana is bad on boss. Sana was pretty good against the boss. Hey Riemann, how is it going? Just doing some tests, I guess you could say. I still haven't figured out how to even start with this snowball. I still need to figure out the tools. I know Sana is the best character in the game to me, but I don't want to use Sanae again because I already beat the extra with Sanae and I already got the achievement. I want to get the achievement for another character. That's the problem here. You know, we will see what happens. At least she does have very good damage, but you know. Problem is that obviously you have to be hitting the boss to do that damage. So for example there you don't get a life fragment because you didn't capture. Makes sense. Because that's how the smoke works. And they keep shooting even when they are at the very bottom, dude. What a bunch of assholes. These fucking spirits. She deals damage for other hand. I don't know what you mean for other hand. Wow, that was pretty close. And again, it's not really obligatory for me to use these characters. I mean, I could still use Sanae, but I really want to also get the extra achievement for this. I don't like Sakuya at all. I'm sorry, but I really hate Sakuya and her playstyle. I mean, Marisa fucking sucks, yes, but you know. At least with Marisa, I know that I'm shooting and I'm shooting forward. And all of my damage is there. Which is absolutely worthless for the stage, especially a stage like this one. A stage like this one where enemies come from every direction. Damn, she was able to kill the green yin-yang guys, okay. I like your attitude. By attitude I mean power. But yeah, basically she can deal with one side, but the other one she struggles a lot. Shanghai can help me a little bit, but only a little bit. She can help me much more. You know, she does what she can. She's trying her best. Shanghai is definitely trying her best. That's what matters. What matters is trying your best. Your best might not be enough, that's true, but as long as it's your best, that's what matters. There you go. The problem is the second half of the stage, and not only that, there are some patterns that the boss has that are very tough to deal damage if you cannot auto aim. Like for example, Snake Eater and well, those are the two, right? Snake Eater and Dragon Eater. Those two spells are absolute horseshit. Mostly Dragon Eater. Snake Eater it's only horseshit. Well, see, that's the thing. Snake Eater is not that bad, but the problem is that even if it's not that bad, I still will barely deal any damage. Because if you stay below her, it's usually bad news, you know. If I can actually aim at these guys, it's obviously not that big of a deal, but these guys don't give a shit about anything. The RNG on their movement is so evil. I forgot that they spawn at the bottom. God damn it. That was my fault. I don't know if that was my fault. That I didn't remember they were supposed to be there. Fuck you and your spawns. So yeah, the problem is that this part of the stage absolutely demolishes me. No mercy. And these are usually patterns that I bomb in the no miss run, obviously. And bombing, it might look like it's the same, but it's not the same as dying. Dying, it might make bullets disappear, but only the ones that are there at that specific moment in time, so, you know, it's obviously not nearly as useful as a bomb. It's a lot of bullets on the screen. That's even more bullets on the screen. I didn't even see what direction to go. That's fucked up. I wonder what other card I could use, but I don't really think I like any of the other cards. Because if I were to replace Shanghai, I would get fucked so badly. That's the issue. I wonder how it will work. What will happen if I do this? I know that this is a bad idea, but I want to see just how bad of an idea it is. Because apparently this shit gives me free snakes, but obviously the snakes is only one row of snakes. So it's obviously... I don't think this is better than Shanghai, but that's the problem. When you don't have the amount of damage that they deal, you can't know for sure what's the best idea. I think that Shanghai deals more damage than this, but I have no clue. I really don't know if that's the case or not. Well, there is also a big difference, and that is that Shanghai can target enemies behind you, which is not a minor thing at all. I'm boned. Problem is that there I have to remember to target those guys specifically. If I don't target those guys, I'm absolutely boned. And with Marisa it's gonna be a bunch of that, a bunch of basically you have to be there. You have to be there. If you're not there, it's not gonna work. You know? Also, another issue is basically preparing the previous pattern so that you can be there whenever you need to. Obviously, yes. You obviously need to be in a specific place, but if there are bullets where you're supposed to be, what are you gonna do? Nothing. You're gonna hold that shit. Sana is probably the best idea right now. Yeah, I know, I mean, obviously she's the best idea, I don't doubt that. But I don't want to use Sanaya again. For this, I mean. I got baited by the talisman. Well, that's what I was talking about. I wonder if the talisman deals more damage than Shanghai or not. Because they both have very similar functionalities here. It's just that Shanghai can aim at the bottom. I mean below you. The talisman, the snake can only go up. You can test it real quick. Well, if you don't mind, thanks. I will be very thankful. So yeah, I honestly can't tell. I honestly can't tell just by looking. But if I go by feel, I feel like Shanghai deals more damage. Even if it's by a bit, I think it is more damage. And if it is more damage, there really is absolutely no reason to pick most of the other equipments other than, well, Matara's backdoor. But other than Matara's backdoor, the other equipment seem absolutely worthless when you have Shanghai. But I don't know. That's what I need to, you know. Maybe I'm here talking shit about the snakes. Maybe the snakes are more useful than anything else. Oh, this is gonna be a mess. Well, this is already a mess. Hey, Tiencap, how is it going? Doing pretty well. I mean, I'm a little bit sleepy though, I gotta say. And I don't know why, because yesterday I slept well. But I'm sleepy today. It's the way it is. Some days you are too sleepy for not such a solid reason. It happens. How about 3 homing cards? Can you do that? 3 homing cards? Is that allowed? Well, if that's allowed, I actually want to test it. 3 homing cards, that will be good. Uh-oh. Well, that sucks. I hate this guy so fucking much. This is gonna be bad. Or maybe not anymore. Oh hey, at least I made it to the boss. I can test it because the new Touhou practice got released, by the way. Interesting. But if you can do 3 homing cars, I like your idea, I like the way you think, if that's possible. It's just that there are a lot of cars that I like. I mean, I will be ashamed not having, but I want to see. Not a new card. Well, I guess give me an extra life. Not like this is gonna change much, but might as well. At least I want to see how well I can do against the boss with Marisa. I obviously never got here with Marisa. So let's see what you have to offer, Marisa. Oh yeah, don't go up there. Don't go up there. At least the good thing about this is that if I can capture cards, it means that I'm gonna get a lot of bombs. Sorry, a lot of, not bombs, lives. So this card in particular is gonna be a little bit harder than with Sanae, obviously, because even if I cheese it, I don't really have as much damage as Sanae could have, obviously. Though I'm pretty sure you're still dead here. Yeah. But yeah, most of the spell cards of this boss you really need auto-aim, because otherwise it's a problem. It's kind of a problem. Most of these spell cards are basically intended to be dodged from the side, kinda. So if you have a very forward shot like this one, you really suffer a lot. Oh yeah. And then you have non-spells like this where you are literally supposed to go to the side to dodge them, because otherwise you get trapped. That's even more fucked up. Well, I think this is the only exception of a spell card that you can choose dodge in the center for this fight. Barely have any time here to damage her. That's fucked up. Barely any time. And I got fucked. Oh, this is Mind Blast. Snakes are very slightly stronger than Shanghai, but they both outpower amulets. I see. Thanks. I was 1 second away from clearing this and got clip on my last life. Good enough for me. Well, it's the way it is. How is it going, Ephraim? Let me see what the other guy suggested. But you can't do that. Damn it, I got shebaited. You can't pick up 3 snakes. That would have been cool if you could, but you can't, unfortunately. Would have been very helpful, I think, but doesn't work, unfortunately. I really don't know. I feel like with this current equipment it's gonna be very hard to do this. Like very hard. And I really don't think... Well, you say that the snake deals more damage at least. But I don't really know if it's worth it to have it. It's no bomb that you're gonna... What? If it's no bomb, are you gonna use Sating card? I don't like using those kind of cards cause, you know, even if it doesn't count as a bomb, it's pretty much a bomb, you know. So I don't really feel like using either that one or Shikieki. Or basically any, you know, any active card that resembles a bomb. You know. Well, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna change my mind later when I see how hard doing this is, but Shanghai is pretty much another snake. Think so? The problem is that, well, Shanghai is definitely way more useful on the stage. You're trying to say Snake, Amulet plus Shanghai? Huh. Not a bad idea. Okay. Well, let me try after this run. Amulet, Snake, and Shanghai. I like it. It's an interesting idea. Apparently amulets don't do as much damage as the snakes and Shanghai, but there is no other auto-aim special bullet. I'm pretty sure those are the only ones. So those will have to do. The only problem with that is that I will pretty much lose my ability to have power. Marisa missiles are much stronger than any homing. Yeah, well, I know that, but the thing is that, you know, what's important is that I need homing. I mean, if I need Marisa missiles, I already have them. That's the thing. Like, for example, for this, like, look at how much damage I lost because I couldn't get to the center of the screen and I died. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have died there if I had more aiming damage, but I still don't know if it's gonna be enough, so let's find out if it is gonna be enough or not. Replacing this card though seems like a bad idea, but you know, if we have a bad idea, might as well make it count. So these are all of the aiming equipment cards. The stage heavy rely on aim, yeah, that's true. But as I said before, the problem with these cards is that if I die, I will lose a lot of power, because I don't have the Tanuki. And not having the Tanuki here, it's bad. I mean, it could be worse, yes, but it's still bad. And not having the one that gives me life fragments also obviously means that you're gonna get less lives, which is also quite bad. Hey Shanghai, why don't you get rid of the ones on the bottom? God damn it. Fucking dumbass. I know that you're a doll, but like, come on. Oh, that's actually something good. Raymus amulets can get rid of something that is below too. It's just that it depends on the angle. But it can also deal damage to something that is below. That's pretty cool. But let's see. It's all about trying after all. Still want to see a very good combination for this one. I need to see it. So here we are full power for the thoughts. Let's see if that really changes or not. Well, obviously I can still die like a moron, not because of the power, but because I just happen to get hit. But let's see. Alright, that spell card finished pretty quickly. But the last one is the one that's gonna matter. Though the last one, I'm probably gonna die normally. Not because of lack of power. I see the damage is still being pretty low though. It's a shame, but not really that strong. Which is to be expected, but well, this second half is where it's really gonna matter if the power is strong or not. Those fucking spirits, dude. Oh, and I forgot that they appear at the... I keep forgetting that they appear at the bottom. Just keep forgetting, because it's so bullshit that you don't think about it. You're like, no, they are not gonna appear at the bottom. There is no way. Yes, they appear at the bottom. I just forget about it. It's the way it is. Especially when I did the no miss, that every pattern that was uncomfortable got bombed. Obviously. And there were some very specific patterns that were continuously bombed. That's bad because of that. You end up forgetting, unfortunately. But you know, it's fine. I still think that on the long run the pipe is gonna be more useful than this. Damn it, dude, really? You're dying to that. But yeah, I feel like the pipe cannot be... just cannot be thrown away like that. Well, and I also feel like the Tanuki shouldn't be thrown away either. But that's the thing, it's not like I can pick 4 cards, you can only pick 3. If I have the Tanuki and the pipe, that's already 2. And the other one, it's either more damage or another passive. Maybe I should find if there is another passive that I like. But I don't know. The Centipede wouldn't be useful at all, because as soon as I get healed it will be worthless. That's the issue. What I have to remember here is that there is a fairy on the middle for the first 3 patterns. Well, actually for all of the patterns there is a fairy in the middle. Basically, gotta remember where they come from. I remember that. gotta say that the damage when every single missile hits, and obviously the other options also do that, the damage becomes very, very ridiculous. Very. That was close. He almost got killed by that laser. Damn it, dude. Those fucking star bullets. Gotta be really careful with this one too. It was a lot of damage, but obviously not enough. Bow the Amulet and Shanghai, I hope you can carry me through this, cause you know, if you don't, I'm in big trouble. How much health does this fucking fairies have? Though damn, I didn't die on that pattern, that's pretty good. The fact that I die on that one. Actually, on this one, wouldn't the best idea be to kill... Well, that's the problem. You try to kill all of them, eventually you get cornered by the bullets. Which obviously cannot happen. Speaking of getting cornered... This fucking stage. And when you do no bomb, you really see the real, like, you know, how fucked up this stage really is. Start seeing it very clearly. Because when you use bombs, there is a lot of patterns that fly under your radar. But when you do it like this, you can see it very, very clearly. Very clearly. Well, look who we have here. Well, hey, might as well unlock this one. I mean, since we're unlocking shit, this is apparently one that works as a sub-season from Touhou 16, which I don't like because it's pretty much a bomb, but you know, I wanted to unlock it. Here it is. Well, there it goes. Okay, I feel like the aim doesn't really help me that much. And the worst part is that it's probably gonna, like, the aim might help me against the boss, but I don't think it's gonna help me against the stage, funnily enough, because it's just not enough damage. It was more damage maybe, but it's not enough. Yeah, the drums are cool. Yeah, alright. What was I looking for? This. Feel like what was the other one? Damn it, dude, my memory fucking sucks. I completely forgot. Oh, the Tanuki, yeah. Like, this is the combination that I wanted at the start, but really feel like there is a lot of places in the stage that not having aim stuff is hard, but I think that even having aim stuff, I still die at the same places that I normally die, so If that's gonna happen, might as well have more lives and more power. You know? It's gonna take a while, obviously, doing it like this, but, you know, it also took a while to get a no miss yesterday. So, you know, just the way it is. Wonder what will happen if I did a no miss. No, a no bomb with Raymond, because it should be very doable, but you know, I also already got her achievement too, so I don't want her achievement again. That's the thing. You know, it's probably a way better idea to do Marisa and Sakuya individually, but I mean individually in the sense that I don't try to do any specific run, but I should play normally, right? Probably it's the best idea here, but you know, it's whatever. It took a long time yesterday, it's also gonna take a long time today. Since no miss and no bombs basically require a completely different preparation. Like, I'm pretty sure even if I did this with Sanae, I mean, it will clearly be easier, yes, there is no doubt about it. But even if it was easier, it doesn't really change the fact that it will still be hard, obviously. I also think that it's a shame that Soon doesn't want to include no bomb achievements in the games. It only includes no miss. Damn it. It would be nice if he included no bomb at some point, but I think it's not gonna happen. Damn it. I wonder if I was full power there, it would have been easier or no. Probably not. Or probably yes. But then, these guys... I gotta say that in terms of extra stage, this really has to be the most annoying extra stage in the series if we don't count Touhou 2, obviously. Because that one is just... you know, let's not talk about Touhou 2. But other than that, this really has to be the most annoying extra stage. But that's because of the cards. Basically, you can have a card combination that is so good that it wouldn't be even a challenge otherwise. I mean, if you use this same card mechanic in a previous extra stage of a previous Touhou game, it will be so easy. So, you know, they have to make it fucked up because of that. Wouldn't make sense otherwise. I'm also trying to think of a card that I could use to replace Shanghai, but I don't think I can think of any. I can think of any that I would like. Okina's backdoor will be a good idea here. Maybe Okina's backdoor. You know what? That might be a good idea. Because the thing with Okina's backdoor is that in the no miss, I think it wasn't that useful because it basically makes yourself feel confident that you're not gonna die when you're still gonna die. But here, as long as you don't die a lot of times, it should be fine, which is the reason why maybe using Okina's backdoor might be a good choice. Like, especially for cards like, you know... Well, I was thinking of Mind Blast, but Mind Blast, dude... Last time I tried using Okina's backdoor on Mind Blast, it didn't go well. And that's because the bullets mostly come from the... You know... Mostly come from the sides. And, you know, Okina's backdoor cannot block the side, because otherwise it will be called the side door, or something like that. So, you know, we don't have a side door, we only have a back door. We gotta make use of that one. Yeah, at least I captured that spell card. Will you look at that? How beautiful. The problem with those enemies getting closer every time is that you have less time to shoot them down. Clearly. I wish Okina's backdoor actually dealt damage, but it doesn't. It only erases bullets. Something that I was also thinking of is how useful will Koishi's hat be in this stage? Because Koishi's hat has an effect that is not getting hit by the enemies. And there are multiple enemies, this one's included, where basically the worst part is that, well, they hit you. But if you could completely avoid that, wouldn't that be a good thing? I mean, there is still the problem that you will get hit by the bullets if they are still breathing, but I don't know. If I do that, I could also maybe not use the Tanuki, even though the Tanuki will still be useful, but I will have something that will prevent losing a lot of power at least. Even though it won't prevent losing more power than the Tanuki does, it probably is still useful, but I don't know. Well, hey, at least we go to the end. Well, to the end. To the boss, I mean. Huh. The Aya shit? Yeah, sure, why not? One of my viewers was able to do a video where he used the iframes of this thing to beat the whole game. Obviously he used auto fire because the iframes only activate at the beginning of the movement. But you know, it's pretty interesting that it works that way. If you use an auto fire macro to, instead of shooting, you use it for moving, you can do a lot of crazy horseshit with this. Pretty cool. Don't think it's very legal though, but you know. It's a cool thing. At least as a curiosity. I guess it's also something that it's pretty fun for people that do TAS. even if you don't use auto fire, if you use something like rewind or shit like that, it can be a lot of fun, you know. I can also be fast enough to get to the top of the screen and collect items. I guess it has its uses at least. Very little uses, but hey, it does its best. You know. I don't know if in Subterranean Animism it also had the same effect. I know obviously that it has the effect of going very fast when you are not pressing any button other than movement, but I don't know if it also had iframes there. I think that in Subterranean Animism it worked a little bit differently. Like instead of that it had something like if you play at 30 frames per second or some shit like that, you can go through bullets. Not because of iframes, but because the bullets wouldn't render or something like that in time, and you are so fast that if the bullet is fast enough, you can go through it because you will never collide. So I think that you needed to affect the frame rate or something like that to make that work. I mean, in any case, the point that I'm trying to make is that that kind of shit is useless unless you use external tools. So, you know, it's still interesting, at least as a bit of trivia, you know. Well, I'm gonna get fucked by this. Or not. Not yet. Damn it, dude. Problem is that there is no life fragment for me there. What was the next spell? It wasn't a snake eater, right? Or no, it was a snake eater, right? No, it's not a snake. Oh, it's this one, okay. Well, this one is gonna be harder than Sanae for sure. There is no question about it. Basically, you can barely deal damage. At least the spell card timer is long enough for you to eventually get it. And I really feel that unless you get distracted, which is possible, this card just cannot kill you. In fact, I'm a little bit surprised that this card comes after Mind Blast. But it does get harder the longer it goes. Something important to take into account. This is a snake eater, and this might be one of the hardest cards to get because it's very hard to, I mean, you need to be right line up with her, but being lined up with her in a spell card like this is almost a suicide. So you don't want to do it, but you need to. The boss non-spell is aim and stay that way so you can direct them on the side. What? The boss non-spell is aim and stays that way. So you mean that it stays that way? You mean... But I don't think it stays that way. How do you know where the snake lasers come from? What do you mean, how do you know? They are semi-aim at you. Like, usually the snakes come to you, but depending on the RNG, I think some of them come at you and some others come at where you're about to move. So that's the hard part of this spell. It's not hard otherwise, but there is one RNG snake that comes, that basically tries to corner you, which is what killed me there. No, I know that you're talking about the non-spell, but I'm pretty sure that it doesn't get aim once. I'm pretty sure it constantly re-aims, right? Besides, are you talking about the last non-spells? Because honestly, the last non-spells are not a problem to me. Well, maybe the very last non-spell might be a problem, but, you know. I was about to change Shanghai for something else and I forgot what it was. What was it? What was I about to change you for? Need to think. I was about to change you for something else. However, my memory cannot tell me for what I was about to change you. Oh yeah, Okina's backdoor. I don't know about this, dude. Okina's backdoor. All the crisscross non-spell. Try it and see all the magic. Well, I guess I could try, but you know, usually when I get that far I don't want to do anything very risky, and that will be risky. Wait, what happens if I use this? I want to see what the little explosions do, because here there are a lot of enemies that are all together, and the Suwako explosions should help killing multiple of them at the same time. Obviously the issue with this is that I don't have anything that is aimed, so that's clearly bad, but it should help a lot with the stage. Unfortunately, it's not really gonna help much with the boss, because I think that this doesn't deal additional damage. This only just like creates an explosion that extends the already done damage to nearby enemies. I don't think it adds damage on its own. If you're there, Yannick, do you know about that? Does the Suwako explosion give you more damage, or it just gives you area of effect of the already existing damage? Because if it's the later one, it's useless against the boss. Clearly. I don't know. I do feel like I'm dealing more damage, but it might just be, you know, my imagination. It gives damage, have to check how much it does. Okay. Because if it gives damage, it's gonna be very useful here. Well, obviously not as useful as if I was Sanae, but I mean, you get what I mean. obviously, but see, that's the thing. Obviously, being Sanae means that everything is better. I don't know if it's even worth to consider it. See, if I was using Sanae, everything would be easier. Currently very fine if cards are flat damage boost and not power character dependent. Character dependent, huh? That's an interesting theory. Because they could be character dependent. Especially since maybe if they weren't character dependent, the damage will be insane. In some characters at least. I forgot that those shit slow down at the end. You piece of shit. You dirty little piece of shit. God damn it. This is going to hell so fast. It was indeed annoying to deal with. Jesus. Those shits start shooting so close to you that it's rude. It's just rude. For lack of a better word, that kind of aggressiveness. Damn, that's fucked up. I'm going to have a bad time if it's not flat. Well, I don't know. It will be hard to check the differences if that was the case. Damn it, dude. Let me try something a little bit different here. Was out to try another one too. This one. I think this one will make me get killed a lot for sure. Not to mention that I don't get the one point of power at the beginning. That is very useful. One of those things that it's very, very useful. Not getting touched by some enemies, I don't know, dude. It would be useful if it wasn't for the fact that for the most part they are shooting bullets. But most of them are obviously shooting bullets. Not having 2 points of power around this part really sucks. It's okay. Uh-oh. Damn, that's fucked up. What kind of angle was that? That was a very fucked up angle. Honestly, I don't think that the frog explosion is that good at all. It really doesn't seem good at all. I mean, I didn't feel like the damage difference was really that worth it, and honestly the area of effect was barely even noticeable. Really was barely noticeable. I don't remember if the Okina thing worked with lasers or not. I don't remember if it did. Well, guess we're not gonna find out now. Also, this is one of the cards that the theory says that it should be very good against, but that's only what the theory says. I mean, the theory also says that Marisa has the best damage in the game. But you know, that doesn't really work too well when you barely can even deal that damage, you know. For example here, damn, that's fucked up. That asshole went right to the top of the screen, dude. Yeah, I think that Okina's backdoor here can go eat a dick. Marisa does not have the most damage? Are you sure about that? I mean, if you say that the magic missiles are the strongest equipment cards, I don't think that you can say that she doesn't have the most damage. I'm pretty sure it's the same projectile. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure that it's the same projectile, so cards are completely different. Are you sure about that? It's completely different? Well, that sucks. That's way more confusing then. You don't even have the same... Okay. That kinda sucks though, but it's the way it is. Also, this fairy in theory should not kill me, because I am immune to contact damage. Well, at least I probably will be able to unlock a card here. Which is, yeah, I can unlock the Tenshi's Stone. Yeah, sure, give me the Tenshi Stone, why not? This thing... I remember this card in the demo. Yannick really liked this thing, I don't like it at all. Obviously you need to know how to use it and all that jazz, but... you know, I still think that it's one of those cards that it's just... you know, not good at all. Cards look like half the power of an option, but maybe Missile is strong because it's actually like an option. Huh? Alright. Interesting. Also, yeah, I don't think that this thing is really that good. It might be even a better idea to use... I mean, Shanghai for sure, but... maybe I could use the wolf? Hey, why not? Let's do it classically. What happens if I use fucking wolf? I mean, after all, the other day we had a question that was if the wolf card made your shots stronger, like all of your shots including your options, or if it only made your main shot stronger. Well, the thing with Marisa is that it shouldn't matter, because she is always shooting with her main shot. She doesn't, you know, rely on homing, so because of that will be a very good acquisition. Damn it. Sanae shoots 2 snakes per option while the equipment is 1 snake. I see. So since Marisa always shoots 1 missile, the option also shoots 1 missile. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, if that's the case, then it makes sense. That actually makes sense. Now, obviously, there is a basic flaw with this strategy, and that basic flaw is that if I die, I still lose a lot of power, which is something that we don't want, obviously. Quite clearly, we don't want that. Oh, that... I really fucked that pattern up. Well, this is gonna be bad. Well, I was able to get away from that, so I guess it could have been worse. I also don't have as much power as I would like right now. That's also another problem of not using the Tanuki, the fact that you start with obviously 1 point of power. Well, now I'm full power. So the FOD should be able to tell us if this is a worthy change or not. It's most likely not gonna be a worthy change, but unless we try, it's impossible to know. So it's clear that she dies faster, but I don't think it's fast enough to justify the slot, you know. Oh. Damn it, I went too low. What a piece of shit. These stars, I hate them so much. Oh, but something that I hate more than those stars are those spirits that are right here. These spirits are really the embodiment of the devil. You think that that's Remilia, the embodiment of the Scarlet Devil, but no, it's this shit. Uh-oh, I literally cornered myself, nice. Well, hey, I didn't die, so, you know, I guess I didn't do it that badly, right? Could have been worse. Could have also been better, yes, that's also true. We're going to take hits. You need power loss mitigation. Yeah, the Tanuki is definitely gonna be the better idea here. It's It's a shame, but it really is the best idea here. I could barely take down that guy that gives me the life fragment. That was quite bad. Huh. Well, that's pretty funny. I die so much that I cannot even pick this one up. Well, that's a shame. That's quite a shame. I mean, this wouldn't have been a free win, but Rise is better if you don't get chain deaths. Rise is better if you don't get chain deaths. Yeah, the problem is that that second half of the stage is the one that fucks me up. You know? I really wish you had more equipments that did more shit at the sides. Because you have the stage 4 boss equipment, but that thing doesn't do anything. I mean, it does do something, but it's random, dude. I don't wanna play with chance. So I don't like it. That's the problem. But there really isn't any other card that does anything against something that is on your side, right? Like, that's the only one, I think. Well, I guess you could get Sakuya's knives and aim them to the side, but I'm not looking for that particularly. It wouldn't be that bad of an idea. It wouldn't be that bad of an idea if I was better at using the knives, which I'm clearly not. Damn it. Fucking snakes. I will say Miko, but you don't want it. Yeah, I don't want to use cards like that. I really feel that I'm pretty much bombing. I think that the whole point of no bomb, and the reason why I like doing no bomb so much, basically because your focus is on dodging. Well, that's the thing, I say that, but when you use Marisa, your focus is also on killing enemies. Because if you don't aim, you don't do fucking shit. That's the issue. I like how the non-spells kinda resemble, you know, like the little legs of a centipede. Really feels like she's trying to attack with her legs. Also, I completely fucked it up by doing this like that. Well, it could have been worse. unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that those explosions are like the pinnacle of RNG. So no matter what you do, I'm pretty sure that you cannot alter the direction of the bullets after they explode. That's the problem. Can you make your laser a little bit slower? Doesn't seem like she can though. If you make your laser a little bit slower, I could fuck you up very easily. But yeah, this is the problem with this spell card. If you don't end this spell card soon, it becomes harder. Because those explosions that she does that summon bullets become way more frequent the longer you take. So basically this card is probably pretty hard if you do the pacifist runs that you like so much, Yannick. If you do pacifist, I'm pretty sure that card will fuck you up big time. Well, I mean, that is if you get to this card, because obviously let's not forget about the fucking stage. Oh, wow, I didn't, I literally got cornered there, there was nothing I could do right there. That's fucked up. Literally cornered. When I say literally, I also mean in the sense that I was in the corner. So it was quite a literal cornering. I think the worst part here is gonna be doing Dragon Eater. Because if I'm already struggling with Snake Eater, really don't want to imagine about the other one. Dragon Eater is gonna be fucking impossible to do. Not just because it's already hard to dodge, but how the fuck do I deal damage to this thing? I mean, she kinda receives some damage from time to time, but I don't know. It clearly doesn't feel enough. Well, at least I got to Dragon Eater, which is something that I didn't think I was gonna do. So it seems that, see, if I can get past Dragon Eater, the only thing I need to do, which is still hard, but I need to capture the survival and the last spell. I can do that. It's just that the survival is the one that scares me the most. I don't know if I can capture the survival really. But yeah, it seems that the power loss is a very big issue, but it's also a big issue too in those cards not being able to deal any damage. What will even be your choice there, Yannick? Because let's say that you use Marisa, right? Like, regardless of what you do, how the fuck do you deal damage to a card where you barely can be next to the boss? That also applies to Snake Eater, but especially Dragon Eater. How do you deal with Dragon Eater? Seems like incredibly... Seems that it's incredibly fucked up. Maybe I could use the hat. I mean, honestly, when I used the hat, I didn't experience such a gigantic power loss. In the sense that it seems like I didn't drop below 3 most of the times. So if it also has that effect of enemies not colliding with me, which I barely even use, but it could be useful. I think basically the answer to Dragon Eater is, how do you deal with it? You don't. You don't deal with it. You don't want to deal with Dragon Eater. It's a bad idea. Also, I gotta say that I gotta shout out my self-control for not bombing. That's pretty nice. It's been acting in a very good way. You know, the fact that I have not pressed bomb yet in all these runs, I like it. I gotta shout out my self-control. For Dragon Eater, with your restrictions, your only options are equipment, more lives, or power mitigation. No, but I mean, power mitigation wouldn't really change much, I think. I mean, power mitigation, obviously it will make you not get so fucked, in the sense that you will at least deal a little bit of damage. But that's my problem, the fact that I don't even deal that damage, because I can barely even stay in front of her when she does that, you know? Unless you feel like using gap. Using gap? Using gap. What an interesting idea. Man, did I say that I like the way you think? I like the way you think. Using gap. Aya? Why will you use Aya? You mean to abuse the initial iframes? It could work, but the problem of Dragon Eater is that it's not just one wave, it's 2 waves. And usually obviously what kills you is the second wave. The first wave is not that hard to dodge, but the second one with the leftover bullets is very hard. I also reduces your hitbox to like 1 pixel, yeah, but the problem is it reduces your hitbox to 1 pixel while you're moving at a speed that you cannot even see yourself. So I don't think that's a good idea. But I did like your idea about the gap. The gap will not only be useful for that, but it will also be useful for a lot of spells, a lot of stage portions. Bottom dragging also works. Yeah, but I've been bottom dragging. And as I tell you, the issue with Dragon Eater is that the second wave, a lot of times it shoots bullets right where you are. So that's not good at all. But I'm gonna try what Shushu said. Well, the problem is, in place of which card? In place of Shanghai? Well, I guess it could be in place of Shanghai. I don't like losing Shanghai, but sure. It's a little sacrifice. Though if I lose Shanghai, I probably need to pick the Tanuki. I think I need to pick the Tanuki. Mostly because of the early stage. Let's try it like this. So with this shit, well, obviously you need to know when to use it, but you can basically fool these idiots by a lot. But it really depends on which idiots, and it also depends on how the other side is doing, because if the other side is full of shit, it's not like switching sides is really gonna help you at all. But I like your idea about the gaps. I think that it's a masterful idea. It really is. I completely forgot about this card. And this is a card that I wouldn't mind using, because in Subterranean Animism it wasn't a bomb. So to me it doesn't count as a bomb. You know, well, besides it doesn't clear any bullets, which is the main purpose of a bomb, pretty much. Having no damage to aid me here, it's a problem. It's also quite a shame that you cannot, well, this is something that Yannick mentioned yesterday, but not being able to go on spell practice with skill cards is kind of a pain in the ass. Because right now I could practice this Yukari card with Dragon Eater and be prepared. Because right now, even though I have an idea on how to use it, it will still be quite sloppy, because I don't really know exactly how to use it in a very effective way. I also wonder if Yukari's Gap is gonna be useful here, because I can barely even see what's at the other side. So it probably is not a good idea. No, it's definitely not a good idea to use it on this card. Not at all. I also don't know how good of an idea is to use it here. Because these assholes, as I mentioned multiple times, they have RNG movement. They can go anywhere they want, not just to the side, which they do, but still, since the bullets are aimed, I guess it is helpful. Well, right there it was quite useful. But then, see, that's the problem. They can shoot from wherever they want. They are little rascals. Well, seems that no matter what, that pattern is a piece of shit. Which I already knew it was gonna be, but you know. This one is also gonna be quite interesting with the Yukari Gap, though it will still be pretty sloppy because these assholes leave bullets everywhere. You can very likely get quote-unquote spawn kill by doing this. Well, this run is pretty good right now. Man, you really had a very good idea, Yannick. I can't believe it. So obviously we will see how I can manage against the boss, but your idea was top tier, I want you to know that. Let me get some lily white. No thanks. Yeah, good shit, dude. It's just that I obviously need to know how useful it's gonna be. That was pretty close. Against those cards. At least it seemed to prove very useful against the stage itself. Jesus Christ. The problem here with this spell card is that the RNG movement that she has makes it so if she comes to the bottom, it's such a pain in the ass to deal with her. Because it's so close. I feel like that card, it's fine that it has RNG movement, but it should be horizontally, not vertically. And if it's vertically, go up. Don't come down, you piece of shit. Oh, that was close. You should die here, right? You think that you can still... You can get in between them, but... You know, I really don't like this fucking spell card. And the worst part about this spell card is that it's not even that hard. Not a hard spell card at all, but... It's so chokeable. That's what I don't like about it. The choking potential is off the charts. Mostly because obviously the curvy lasers, because, you know, curvy lasers are trash no matter where they are. Curvy lasers are really one of those things that is probably Soon's most evil invention. Other than UFOs, I guess. But then you combine both and you get Show, so I guess that means that Show is Soon's most evil invention. Because I mean, Show has both at the same time. Yeah, I will be down to say that Show is Soon's most evil invention. Wow, you got killed by this shit, dude. Congratulations. Congratulations on getting killed by a basic ass spell card. But really, I don't know why she wasn't dying. She was taking a long time to go down there. I was aiming right at her, which is even worse. Oh, fuck this non-spell, dude. I hate this non-spell. Come on, bro. We be done with this non-spell already. Oh, well. this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck, especially because this will have been... This will have been the perfect type of spell to use the Yukari umbrella in. Oh, I don't know. It might have not been a very good spell to use the Yukari umbrella now that I think about it. Yeah, it actually is not a good idea at all. Damn it. Well, should have noticed before, so it's a little bit too late now. Especially because a lot of the bullets are so slow that they stay on the screen. Well, it's a shame that I didn't notice before. Or at least I want to get to Snake Eater and Dragon Eater. If I could get to those two, that would be really cool. I want to try my luck with that. Ramus needles deal more damage. Showing double spoiler. I don't remember showing double spoiler. Touhou lasers are just hard to react in Touhou 12. They are hard to react everywhere. Just that in Touhou 12 it doesn't help because they are so fast. But no matter where they are hard to react to. Just because it's a very unnatural movement. This spell card is gonna last for a pretty long time, isn't it? It will, and in fact I don't know if I can kill her on the next move. This shit is out to be filled with bullets. No, I won't. This spellguard becomes an absolute nightmare if you don't deal with it fast. Well, at least we're gonna have a Snake Eater now, but that was fucked up. Probably should have focused more on actually dealing damage to her. Wow, it didn't even give me time to test it. Yeah, she never became playable. Ramus is stronger than Marisa. Yeah, the sudden speed is the problem. Well, I'm seeing something here about Snake Eater, and that I'm not even sure if the Yukari Gap will help here. Because the Yukari Gap, the issue that it has is that the yellow bullets, you wouldn't be able to dodge those, you know? So that's precisely the problem here. You can dodge those, there is not much you can do about it. At least I feel that... I mean, I have to be almost sure that this spell should trivialize Dragon Eater. Even if it's not gonna trivialize the Snake Eater, it should trivialize... You need to reach it again, basically. Oh, come on. This piece of shit got cut. Come on, YouTube, what's wrong with you? Damn it. YouTube always randomly cutting the stream for no reason. Well, it's not like I got too far anyways, but... Come on, YouTube. Pull it together. Piece of shit. You know, at least here it did it on a run that doesn't really matter, but doing it in a run that I get to the end, no, that's fucked up. That is fucked up. you will have no problem in doing it either. You're a little shit. I need to get to Dragon Eater basically, and that's when the moment of truth is gonna be revealed. If I can get to Dragon Eater, that's when I'm gonna know how permanent the Yukari gap should be. I think it has to be permanent, but we will see. The issue is that the other two items are mandatory. Like the power suppression item and the smoke are absolutely mandatory here. Really wish they weren't, but the power is definitely mandatory and the smoke is also mandatory. Obviously, when I say mandatory, I mean in my case. Obviously, if you are better at dodging and you don't die as often, you wouldn't need them, but I need them because I die and I can avoid it, but when I die I need to keep my power, you know. Clearly, that's the whole point. So, I'm not sure how RNG this card is, because I have a feeling that she has spawned the big suns on the same time, on the same place every time, maybe with very slight alterations. I think that more or less they... wow, that's fucked up. That asshole basically was almost leaving and he didn't leave. What a bitch. Alright. Oh, this is bad too. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. They are still breathing, some of them. I don't know if I should say breathing, they are spirits, they don't breathe, but you know what I mean. Damn it, that would have been easy to dodge. Because they were only on one side, I kinda fucked that one up. They do have a lot of health, that's for sure. Like their health can become incredibly ridiculous. Damn, I actually died there. Well, it was about time that I died to a change of... oh, well, speaking of dying. Damn it. Fucking assholes. No respect. I just realized that gapping with these guys is also a good idea. That still was a pretty bad stage, but depending on how I do in the boss fight, it might not be that bad. Right. We will see. Really? This is where you decide to die on. This is truly the place where you feel like dying is acceptable. Out of all the places that you could have died to, you decide that this is the one. Alright. That's how it's gonna be. If that's how it's gonna be, then I see what kind of run this is gonna be. Also, why the fuck are you so close? This is fucking ridiculous. Are you shitting me? Why were you so close? What kind of stupid shit was that? We'll barely get any place to read there. Absolutely fucked up. Come on, bring it here. Gotcha. Really hate that when the yellow bullets and the snakes are quote-unquote synchronized. And they aren't really synchronized, but I mean that when you really can't move that much to the sides and she's about to shoot the yellow bullets, that's so annoying. But then again, this card is absolutely annoying no matter what. It's a shame because I'm pretty sure that with Sanae, capturing that spell card is so easy. We are not Sanae, that's the problem. We ain't Sanae. Wonder how Sakuya will do here, but I really don't like her playstyle at all. Really don't like Sakuya. Even if I said, even if she is the best character in the game, it's just one of those things, dude, that I can't bring myself to use, because it's just so annoying to use. At least I think that this non-spell, I might be able to dodge it at least close to her, even if it's not literally below her. So I can at least deal some decent damage. There you go. Oh man, this fucking spell card. When is the day that I remember that that spell card is coming? When is that day gonna happen? Definitely did not happen yet. Well, it did happen once, but it's definitely not enough for it to happen once. And it really sucks that the Yukari umbrella here is not that useful. And that's because the explosion goes to every direction. It's not useful at all, because obviously every direction also includes the opposite direction, which is where you're trying to go. So that doesn't work. After Mind Blast, what other followed? Hey, can you remind me which one followed after Mind Blast? Oh yeah, the one with the laser, the rotating laser. Okay, so this one I need to deal the most amount of damage that I can possibly do. Because otherwise it's almost a guaranteed death. I need to be very, very close to the laser. And I think that even then, the damage really will be a lot better, obviously. The problem is that here I can only defeat her in 2 more loops, and I'm pretty sure that in 2 more loops I'm already dead. Not to mention that obviously moving in a special way to deal more damage, it's also more dangerous, because you're getting closer to the laser, obviously. Damn it, if you have 3 points of power, I don't think you can do this with Marisa. I really don't think you can do it. Damn it, dude. Why do you have to suck like this, Marisa? Like, I don't get it. Doesn't have to be this way, you know. Jesus, that snake. I guess this spell is more about trying to chill next to the snakes, even if that means... That's the problem. There is always that one snake that goes anywhere but where it should go. I will even want to practice this. Take me to spell practice, because this shit cannot go any longer like this. This piece of shit spell has to be done, one way or another. I don't really know. Maybe it's every fourth snake is the one that decides to go anywhere. No, it doesn't really. I don't know. Or maybe it is that way. There is clearly one snake that doesn't like playing nice. And I think it's completely random, that's the problem. I think that it's absolutely random which snake decides to go completely far from where she should go. Well, I still, right there I got killed, but I shouldn't have gotten killed by that one. And the problem is that you also cannot chill next to the snakes, because I feel like these lasers are one of the bullets that have the... It's one of those bullets types that has a bigger hitbox than the sprite, which is not something that usually happens on Touhou. I really feel like it's the case here. They do feel a lot bigger than they should be. Getting trapped in between the snakes there is not a smart idea. I don't know what else to do, because if I use the usual strategy of just running far from the snakes, eventually one is gonna decide to be stupid and just get to the other side of the screen for no reason. So if that were to happen... like for example right there, that happened and now I'm completely cornered. But I don't think it has any pattern. Like, it's not one specific snake, it seems that it's absolutely random. Which I personally don't appreciate. Seems to be the case, right? It works in very mysterious ways. Do you have anything to say about this spell card, Yannick? I definitely don't have anything to say about this spell card. I really don't understand it. Some snakes decide to go to where they shouldn't go. And it becomes like that yellow one. Why was the yellow one using that angle? See the yellow one there again, though the color is not related to what they do. Sometimes it's a yellow one, sometimes it's a green one, and obviously some other times it's the purple one. There are only those three colors, but they really like to fuck with you very badly. I guess you could just move. Well, if you move all the way to the other side, you can get cornered pretty easily. That's why I don't do it. But what other option do I have? That purple one basically went anywhere except where it was supposed to go. And that purple one too. It's a weird spell, I never had to learn it. Problem is that with Marisa you just don't deal enough damage. You don't deal enough damage to not need to worry about it. That's the thing, you need to learn it if you are Marisa. It's a shame that the colors don't mean anything, because if the colors actually meant something, it will be probably so easy to get. Moyo's eyes, black, white color. It's a centipede. I should worry about the fact that she's lacking other 100 legs, you know. Staying in the middle. Okay. I don't know what to do, honestly. I truly am a little bit lost in terms of how to approach this properly. Though I think the answer is pretty simple, and the answer is stop using fucking Marisa. Remo will help. Yeah, I know. Basically, not using Marisa seems to be clearly the best idea, but if you don't want... I know, see, that's the thing, I don't want to use characters that I already beat the extra with, and those two happen to be Remo and Sanae, you know. That's the issue here. So it will be either Marisa or Sakuya, but as I told you before, I don't like Sakuya at all. You know. Don't like Sakuya at all. Damn it. Completely missed the mark there too. Fuck, dude. Maybe I should forget about no bombing the extra stage for now and maybe focus on the main game. After all, I have a lot of endings to collect. want to get those endings. Well, it's not like I really care about the endings themselves, but I want the achievements. That will be an achievement. Name is one that didn't die. It's a shame that every single game Marisa has to be terrible. It's like, what's your problem with Marisa soon? Like, why do you have to be like that? Why is Marisa always your target for bullying? Is it because she wants to be a Westerner magician? Is that what the problem is? It's because she's a West taboo? Maybe that's why he doesn't want to make her strong. I mean, who knows? Maybe the same way that a lot of people here make fun of weebs, a lot of people in Japan might make fun of people that are obsessed with the USA, for example. I say the USA because that's probably the only country that exists other than, you know, China and Korea to the Japanese. Marisa was fine for demo standards, but everyone got buffed except for her and Sanae. Everyone got buffed except for her and Sanae. Yeah, that's indeed quite sad. I mean, Sanae is understandable, but Marisa, I guess it's because of her bomb. I mean, after all, her bomb apparently can be pretty strong with some card combinations. Also, how is it going Colo? I guess it can be very strong with some specific card combinations. Well, it seems that we're gonna do some side switching here. No, not yet. But now, I fucked that up. Wait, wow. Did you see that shit? That was fucking crazy. Was indeed quite crazy, for sure. Damn it, dude. I hate this spirit so much. These spirits really are the worst. They truly are. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I don't even know why I did that. Honestly, if I'm gonna use the side switch like that, I have to go down. Well, not now, cause not another one is gonna appear, but you know, get the point. Yeah, that might be the best idea. I side switch and then like if I'm in the top, I side switch and then I go to the bottom. Then I side switch. It will still be a problem if the bullets are still there. But I mean, I think it's better than size switching at the same height. Well, funnily enough, I can buy the Phoenix, but my power got completely fucked to the ground. And this is bad, obviously, because the very first spell without power is gonna be a genuine problem. I share reverse whip for you. What you mean shared? I don't think I know what you mean by share, but anyways, how is it going, Yami? I mean sharing what? In Facebook? Because you know, someone like Yami still obviously uses things like Facebook. But you know, is that what you mean? You shared? Are you shitting me? I sent it to you on Facebook Messenger. Nice. Well, the problem is that I don't have a Facebook Messenger, so you probably sent it to someone that was, you know, that had my same name. It's a shame. You know, it's the way it is. That's not gonna be enough power, isn't it? Yeah. Not enough. Just not enough power. This is gonna be enough. The problem of picking the Phoenix there is that clearly there is not much you can do. If you spend all of your power getting the Phoenix, what are you gonna do? You can't do much. And it's a shame, because obviously the Phoenix almost means that your run basically has double the chances of being successful. I mean, in this case, the no bomb, obviously, but I hate this spell card so fucking much. You have no idea. Urbi lasers belong in hell. They belong in Danmaku hell. Hey, can I get 3 points of power? Because I feel like, for what I'm looking, it's a little bit too much to ask. Because how long I've been in this fight and I'm still at 2 points of power. I mean, I know that I waste all of my power to get the Phoenix. Yes, that's true, but come on, bro, what are you doing? Give it to me. Want some of that? Well, now that I think about it, this spell card is gonna be absolutely painful by having only 2 points of power. Can I even do it? She's definitely not gonna go down fast enough. Well, yes, I can. At least now I have 3 points of power. Obviously could be better, but after spending all of my power just for the Phoenix, it's definitely way better than I expected. Okay, man, I died to this non-spell, dude. Really? And I got caught by that, dude. I have a plan. I'm gonna do this one more. Just one more. I have a little bit of a plan. Don't know if it's good enough, but it could work. It could work the same way it won't work, but that it's a very nice plan. Before I execute it, I want to do this one more time, the way it is. Just one more time. Well, honestly, I would like to do this more than just one time, but I feel like it's becoming, like, it's pretty clear that Marisa is a piece of shit of a character. There is no doubt about that, but I feel like I can do it, because the only thing that I need to do is to get to Dragon Eater. If I can get to Dragon Eater, then that's all there is to that. I'm pretty sure that if I can get to Dragon Eater, the rest is gonna be absolutely free. If I can manage to do that. But I don't know if I can manage. We will see. That was interesting. That spell can get very, very fucked up. That spell really can get to a different level of fucked up. So I'm thinking that I can just switch sides right on the bottom here, but yeah, that's the problem. A lot of those spirits are going wherever they feel like, and that also includes to the very bottom, so they don't even allow you to move horizontally, which is obviously bad. You don't want that. I can never beat this fucking pattern, no matter how hard I try it. I just can't. That was pretty close to catastrophe. Now that's bad. I got lucky there. Fuck. Oh, damn. I got very lucky there. And I can't believe I got killed by that, dude. Are you shitting me now? I mean, I know that the bullet was pretty close, so it was bound to happen, but... See, those deaths cannot happen. Those deaths just can't happen like that. Fuck, dude. Huh. Sumireko's card. This is the one that reflects bullets. I think it reflects bullets that... But it's an active card, so it basically works as a... Yeah, it works as a sub-season. It's an interesting card, but... Seems that it's only useful for the protection that it gives you, not like the reflection doesn't seem that useful at all. Alright. I'm getting a little bit tired of using Marisa, you know, because I'm getting tired of getting shit on by absolutely everything because of how much of a piece of shit this character is, so I don't know what to do. Know if I should either switch the strategy or switch the character. I really don't feel that Sakuya is gonna make this any better. I feel like Sakuya is gonna be way more frustrating to use than Marisa already is. So I was thinking that I should just give up and use Sanai and basically beat this on the first try, cause that's probably what's gonna happen anyways. But I don't know what to do. I really want to beat this with Marisa, but she's proving time and time again that she's an absolute piece of shit. So I don't know what to do. I still want to beat it like this, but I feel like I'm just wasting my time doing it like this. I really feel like I'm wasting my time. This character is just not worth it at all. You know, will really sadden me to not do it this way. Well, the other option will be swallowing my pride and using an active item, like for example the drums, or even Sumireko. I guess if Sumireko's Sumireko's card has a low delay, it could be very, very useful, but I don't know if it has a low delay. Don't know, but the good thing is that if you use multiple active cards, you can basically, you know, switch between them and successfully use them in a way that, you know, in a way that it allows you to, you know, get consistently those sub-seasons. Well, sub-seasons, I mean those cards. How legit of a strategy is that, Yannick, using 3 active cards that clear out bullets? Like the rice balls, Sumireko and the drums. What happens if I use those 3 at the same time? Is that considered a good idea? Obviously, I don't want to do it, but I mean, if I were to do it, would it be a good idea? Nice, you get killed by a laser. It's not the best, but it works, basically. It's not the best, but it's good. Yeah, switching side there is useless. I just wanted to try it, but no, it's useless. God damn it, dude. I really want to get this snow bomb, but I don't think it's gonna happen at all. It would be a way better idea to do anything else, really. There needs to be some kind of tried and true card tier list, but we are all just speculating here. Well, then again, tier lists are still an speculation in the shape of whoever made the tier list. That reminds me of Street Fighter 4. In Street Fighter 4, Elena, by a lot of people, was considered middle tier, where she was the most broken character in the game. So, you know, it's one of those things. Tier lists are only useful as a way to more or less get the gist of the situation if you don't know anything about the game, but if you are into the game, it's basically just another people's opinion that is speculating the same way as I am and as you are, right? So I don't think waiting for a tier list will really do anything. See people saying Gap is good for main game. Well, I guess it depends on where you use it. It might be, I don't know. I mean, after all, Gap can trivialize a lot of patterns, but they have to be very specific patterns, you know. Obviously the main game is quite long, so it can happen in a lot of places, but you deleted your Facebook ages ago. What you want me to do about it? You want me to use my JavaScript abilities to bring it back? Is that what you want? I don't think I can do that, bro. I could try, but I think that it's gonna be futile. Damn it, dude, what was that movement? Why did I move so fast there? I clearly didn't mean to. Okay. I need to focus. And when I say focus, I don't mean on this run. I need to focus on something better than this run. This run is really not going anywhere. It really seems completely useless. It's absolutely not going anywhere. But I really don't know what else to do, dude. Really don't know what will be a better idea. Because depends on the player. If someone is helplessly greedy with bombs, then Elixir is actually helpful. Yeah, I will assume that's the case. I'm gonna try this, but not really for too long. I just want to see if this really changes that much, and I don't really think it does, but might as well try it out, because at this point Marisa is clearly not working. Marisa is clearly being a gigantic piece of shit, so, you know, has to be some other way. But I really don't expect Sakuya to make this better. But you know, who knows? Let's try. And you didn't kill that one? That's fucked up. Really wonder how it's gonna fare with the spirits. It's gonna do well or not with the spirits. That was a very bad idea. Well, that still works, but at least with bosses, unless it's a very specific spell card, it's usually straightforward what you gotta do. That's the thing with Sakuya, it has the potential of a lot of patterns ending them with a lot of ease. But the problem is that that ease is basically hidden behind a very heavy movement requirement. You definitely are required to move very well here. And I think the thing that annoys me the most, not just with Sakuya but with Reimu too, the fact that it requires you to go unfocused. Like, why can't you make your shit while being focused? Why is that so hard for you to do? You know how much better it will be if you could do that, but you can't. Oh well, I'm dead. I'm absolutely dead, of course. What's bound to happen? I don't even know how to deal with this, guys. I really don't know what to do here. I'm absolutely lost with Sakuya. Might be a really good character, but it's useless if you can use her for shit. At least she seems that she deals a shit ton of damage to these guys, which is exactly what you need. You don't want an overlap of these bullets. At least not from both sides. I think that it's pretty clear that her damage is better than Marisa, right? Because even with 3 points of power, she was able to overwhelm the other assholes. I will say that that's quite the quality proof right there. Oh, that was lucky. Then there is also these assholes. They are gonna appear right here. I don't like these guys at all. Uh-oh, I fucked that up. Damn, dude, that's fucked up. I have no lives remaining. I mean, it's understandable with how many times I die, but jeez. Sakuya is a lot harder to use at her fullest potential. Yeah, I know. Why did the web dev leave the restaurant? I don't know. But it will be quite, you know, will be quite interesting of you to think that I want to know. Yeah, I don't think this is going anywhere. At least, but you know, having a stream like this is good to realize what I'm not gonna do. And it seems that a no bomb like this I'm definitely not gonna do it. It's a shame because I really wanted to do a no bomb like this, but it seems that it's not gonna happen. I really wanted to have a no bomb with no active items. Well, no active items, no active items that erase bullets at least, or deal damage. Basically ones that behave like bombs. The problem here is, if I want to aim to the centipede, I need to move to the left, but I can't move to the left, dude. That's what drives me insane about Sakuya. Like, there are some times, most of the times when you're moving to one direction is clearly because you can go in the other direction. Like, if you're moving to the direction you're moving, it's because you want to go there, you don't want to go the opposite way. But with Sakuya, in order for her to be useful, that's what you gotta do. You know how it will be really nice if every time that you move to the right, the bullets move to the left. That will be sick, but that's obviously not the case. I hate Sakuya with all my might, let me tell you that. Something that I could do though it's pretty hard to do it, especially because I have this what's the name? The gap, right? But something that I can do is maybe treat Sakuya the same way as I treat Marisa, which is basically as a front attacker, right? It's harder because every time you move and focus, the knives go everywhere except where you want them to go. But if I can at least leave her in a status of shooting forward, it will be really nice, but it's so hard to manage that. Because you need to move fast too. I'm really annoyed that the community decided to care about card types when naming runs with restrictions, so they use an N for each type. What you mean N for each type? You mean active equipment and well, the other one that I forgot the name of, passive? Is that what you mean? Yes? Well, what's the problem with that? I mean, especially in a game like this, I think everyone names the runs however they want. If you want to say no vampire fang run, you can also do that. I mean, the point is that there is not really a naming convention. Even the no miss, no bomb, that's something that you decide to do, but what I'm trying to say is that there is no standard, thankfully. Though at least you could say that the no miss run is something that it's official, because it's literally an achievement. But I wouldn't really worry what others put in their titles, you know? Like, who gives a shit? I mean, in the sense that you shouldn't do what others do. Like, just let them do that and you do whatever you want. Uh-oh. Damn it. And now I'm in a very bad position. Now I'm in an even worse position. I'm dead. Yeah, that was bound to happen, clearly. This is that one pattern where Sakuya wasn't supposed to die, you know. It was the one pattern where she had advantage. Because it's meaningless. Yeah, but I mean, what I'm trying to say is that it's also meaningless any naming that a runner gives to a run, you know. That's what I'm trying to go at. Obviously you could say that it's harder to find runs because of that, maybe. But you know, I don't think it will be that big of a deal, because I'm pretty sure that the very impressive runs will still be the most popular ones anyways. Like, you will know about them, probably. Not even a card to unlock, huh? It's gonna be like that. Can't you say the classic no miss or no bomb are meaningless? I mean, I don't know, because the thing is, in this game in particular, it also is not... like, it is a very particular game, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, probably in other games, no miss and no bomb is not meaningless. Yes, because, you know, has a very clear meaning. But, you know, in other, like, well, in this one in particular, you know, you don't use bomb, but you use something that's pretty much the same as a bomb. So it's not technically a bomb, yes, so you still can find whatever runs you want through that way, but I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. I mean, I'm trying to say that in this particular game, those categories are probably meaningless. Because it's such an special game, you know. I mean, obviously this is a no bomb, and it will still be a no bomb. But I mean, it's gonna be completely different from a run that someone else's that is also a no bomb. So I think that's what I'm trying to say here, is that it doesn't really matter that much, because it's not even that helpful either, because the runs are just gonna change so drastically that might as well not be the same category anymore. That's what I'm trying to get at, you know. That's not your point? Well, I don't know, dude. The point My point, I don't know about your point, but my point is that I don't give a shit about what other people name their runs. That's what I'm trying to say. So obviously that's incompatible with your point, because you do care, which is fine. I'm not saying it's bad, obviously. It's fine to care about what other people that play this game do. So, you know, I feel like my point is that it shouldn't be that meaningful. I feel like, you know, the ends are a clear disadvantage that make a run more impressive. Yes, but as I say before, in this game it's not really that meaningful, because in this game it doesn't make the runs a clear disadvantage. In the sense that, I mean, it's a disadvantage, but when you have something like what I use, something like what I used on the previous run, but even amped to infinity, in the sense that you use better cars, probably more meta cars, as you will say. It comes to a point where something being a no bomb really is barely a no bomb, because you still use bombs. I mean, if you use the elixir, you use bombs, but they are not literal bombs. So I think that that's what I'm trying to say, you know. You say that it's a clear disadvantage to do a no bomb, right? Well, it is a disadvantage, but it doesn't really change that much, and sometimes I don't think it will even make the run more impressive either. And that's also something, I guess, that I probably should say, that something being more impressive or not is like, I also don't think that that should be the focus either. I mean, I don't know. I think it's basically just a matter that I don't care about other runs. Because it's kinda, well, remember when you say that there was a guy that did a lunatic no miss no bomb? That's clearly impressive, right? Like, there is no doubt that that's a more than impressive run. It's legendary. But the point is, it doesn't really tell you much about the run just knowing that it's a no miss no bomb. And it also wouldn't tell you much by telling the other no's, the other ends that you say, right? I think that's what I'm trying to go at. This is a very particular game that no category, I think, it's able to describe the run. The only thing that will describe the run is basically listing which cars you are using. I think that that's pretty much the only way to properly... Well, see, that's the thing, I was gonna say properly categorize, but you don't even categorize the run like that. That's not even the case, because you're just listing what you are using. Kinda like when you're playing, I don't know, Genshin Impact, right? If you do the Abyss, it's not like there is one category for someone who uses a specific weapon and another category for someone that uses other weapon. Like, it's all the same, it's all equipment, it's describing the run, and that's the only way to really know what you're gonna see, right? So basically my point is that categorizing it is pretty much impossible in this game. Or it's impossible in a way for it to make sense. My initial point is about people caring about no active, not talking about no bomb, no miss. Well, using no active, I mean, it does, and you know, it basically means that you cannot use any... Oh shit. What was that? Don't remember. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you, honestly. I feel like I don't know what to tell you because in order to give a better answer, because I know that I'm not giving a good answer, right? But in order to give a better answer, the problem is I will have to care. And that's precisely the problem, that I just don't care enough. So it's a shame, but I think that I cannot give you a good answer about it. But you know, I think that that's the best way to go with it. Basically, just do your thing, right? Like, do something because you want to do it. Like, for example, this no bomb challenge. If I could do this, like, I don't know if I can. I probably can, but let's assume that I could do this, right? When I upload the replay, I'm gonna say no bomb. I'm not gonna add any other thing, because the only thing that I care about is this personal challenge for me. I care about the fact that I want to know if this is possible for me. If it's not, that's a shame, but if it is, then it means that I was able to fulfill my challenge. So whether this uses, for example, this uses no equipment items. I don't give a shit that I'm not using equipment items. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference because it will balance itself in the end, right? If I use Shanghai instead of the gap, for example, like, it will balance out on the fact that I will deal more damage to some areas, but clearly struggle in others where I'm supposed to warp myself, right? So that's why I don't care, and I think it will be a good idea for anyone to not care. Damn it. Wait, what? Oh, that's what it does. That's what that little shit does. It gives you a bomb piece every time, well, a full bomb every time you die. Well, that's an interesting item, because it's absolutely worthless here. But, you know. Well, see, that, for example, that's another thing. What happens if I use that item that I just picked up, that passive item that gives you bombs every time you die, right? What will happen if I do that? And I do a no bomb. What value does that even hold to the run? Nothing. So that's why it's worthless. I mean, I'm using a passive item, yes, that doesn't do fucking shit. You know? But you know, it's basically one of those things where the first thing that comes to my mind is just whatever. You say that you may care or not, but it can make sense or not. Yeah, but I think that that's also linked to what I say before. Something making sense or not doesn't really matter if you don't care. Like, for example, you know, the fact that 0 elevated to the 0 power is 1 or 0, depending on who you ask, right? So obviously one of those makes sense, the other one doesn't, and the same applies in reverse, right? One of them can make sense for some and not for others. But there is a third option, which is for people that don't give a shit, like me. I don't care what makes sense of 0 elevated to the 0 power. I don't give a shit if it's 0 or 1, so if it makes sense or not is none of my business. The same thing about here. If it makes sense that those are the categories of the runs, I don't give a shit. Anyways, this isn't going anywhere. I mean, the runs are not going anywhere. So I'm just gonna end the stream here, because this was very bad. But at least it served as a way to tell me that I should not do this. How many ability cards do I need to pick up? 3. The mini Hakero, the Mike card, and this is a passive one. Do you know which one it is? Which one could it be? Trying to think. I have no idea. Oh yeah, the Yachie. Wait, why will you say open it up? You can't. Yeah, you can read the description, dude, of course not. If you don't have it, you can. I mean, well, but it is Yachie's hand. Yes, you're right, it's that one. So basically, Mini Hakero, Yachie's hand, and Mike's card are the ones remaining. Okay. Well, I guess for the next stream I can focus more on hard no bombs, or maybe normal no bombs. I don't know exactly what, but definitely not extra no bombs, because this is clearly not going anywhere. Wait a second. Wait a second. I had a plan before, you know, and I never used it. My plan try it this way. Though no, honestly, I feel like you will still benefit with the gap. What happens if I do this? Am I gonna get this on the first try? That's the question, because I mean, if I can get this on the first try, I mean, we can basically forget that Marisa exists, which will be a very good idea, obviously. But, you know, I mean, I do know that this is gonna be easier than Marisa, obviously. But the question is if it's gonna be easier enough that basically I can do it on the first try. That's what I want to know. And even if I cannot do it on the first try, what happens if I get to, for example, the last spell? Someone is confident. I mean, it's less than I'm confident and more that I want to see where this goes. Because I think that it's pretty clear to me that this is gonna be probably like 1.5 easier. 1.5, I mean, you know. Oh, I didn't read Yami's shitty show. It says because of the table layout. Whatever. That was a pretty bad show, dude. Come on. Besides, what table layout? I mean, nobody says table layout. Come on, bro. Well, maybe they do, but I don't. And if I don't say it, means that nobody else does, right? Is that how it works? But yeah, I just want to... Hey, this is gonna be a test run, you know? This is just a test run to see if Sanae is really that broken. Which, I already know that she's the best character in the game, but I just want to see. I just want to experience it. Want to find out by myself. Wanna see it firsthand. If it's not, that's fine too. But it's gonna be an experiment of some sort, if you wanna call it that way. Let's just find out what's the answer to the question. I mean, after all, if we're gonna give up, might as well at least try, you know, try it this way. So you can clearly tell that it's pretty ridiculous, right? I mean, regardless of what happens after this, you can already tell, like, the difference. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to do it after all. This spell, this pattern, no matter what, I always die to it. That seems to be a constant. Which I don't particularly mind, because it's basically, I think, the only place that it's more or less guaranteed that I die, so I don't really mind. That's bad. I think I fucked it up. Yeah, I did fuck it up. Nice. This one, funnily enough, is easier with Sanae, because even if you don't target the main guy at the center, you target the fairies that can still kill you. They were always used for page layouts in the past. Too young? No, I don't think I'm too young. I'm using tables in the pages that you know that I work with. So I don't think it's a too young kind of thing. It's just that, you know, Spanish motherfucker. Nobody calls them table layouts. Just call it... We just call it tabla, you know? Come on, bro. You gotta understand that just because someone speaks a different language doesn't mean that they are not in the loop. Same shit. Yeah, but I mean, saying tablas is the same as saying table, which is not the same as saying table layout. So definitely not the same shit. But you know, tablosos. That will be an interesting adjective, I gotta say. But what will it mean? What will it mean for someone to be tabloso? That's an interesting word that you created there. If I call someone a tabloso, what will that mean? Huh. it sounds like a good word. It's definitely not a word, I can guarantee you that. But regardless of if it is or not a word, it definitely could be a word. Alright, you know what? Should I start calling you tabloso? I like it. Should I say that Yami is a tabloso? But the real question is, will that piss him off? Because if the answer is no, then I gotta say that I'm not interested. You know. I mean, what is the point otherwise? Do adjectives usually end in os? They usually end in no. See, here's the thing. Usually an adjective, I mean, see, the problem is I can't think a lot here right now. So what I'm gonna tell you is that yes, a lot of adjectives end in oso. Sorry that I cannot give you a more detailed explanation, but you gotta understand I can barely think right now. So, you know. But yeah, you are right. A lot of adjectives end in oso or osa, obviously, if it's a female adjective. Well, female adjective, I mean the female version of an adjective. Because usually adjectives have basically a male version, a female version. Most of the times it's the male version ends with an O and the female one ends with an A. Most of the times, if not all the times. But yeah. For example, what I wanted to say is that usually adjectives that end in oso, they are based on a noun, usually an abstract noun. For example, you have the word talento, which means talent, obviously. So when you want to say that someone has talent, you say that they are talentoso, right? Well, they are. He is, because if you say they, you will have to say talentosos with an S at the end. Obviously talentosa if you talk about a girl. But yeah, basically the point is that yes, a lot of those adjectives are based on abstract nouns. Well, abstract and maybe not so abstract. But yeah. That's how it is. Another one is, for example, you have the noun cuidado, right, which means care. Usually, it could also mean caution, depending on the context. But the point is that you have that, and you have the adjective cuidadoso, which means someone that is careful of something, right? So yeah, basically, adjectives that end in oso are based on an abstract noun. That's usually how it is, at least. So I can finally use the fucking Yukari gap here. Was about time I could test it. And it works pretty well, I gotta tell ya. Just that obviously you still need to dodge the first wave, but honestly, compared to how much of a pain in the ass it is to to dodge the second wave, I will definitely take this. Yeah, that's fucked up. Okay. I gotta remember that for this one I don't have the active card that deletes bullets, and also the gap here is absolutely worthless. So this has to be dodged the good way. And when I say the good way, I mean the normal way. Okay, that was pretty close too. Well, I just wanna tell you two things. Marisa is a piece of shit, Sanae is absolutely broken, and I just wasted 3 hours of my life trying to figure that out. And the saddest part is that I already knew it, so it's not like I figured anything new out. Can you believe that? It's pretty funny. I mean, in a very trashy way, it's funny, but you know, actually going to do. But that's the thing, dude. Like, that's why I wanted to do this. Like, that's why right before I ended the stream, well, right before I was about to end the stream, I told to myself, wait a second, what if I do this that I was out to do anyways, right? Like, I wanted to do before, but somehow I forgot. So yeah, basically, you need any further proof? Marisa is a piece of shit. Sakuya is also a piece of shit. It's just that you are a prodigy with Danmaku movement, you probably can make her work. And then you have Sanae, that is clearly and without a doubt the best character in the game, and also the, you know, absolutely broken one. So don't have any doubts. Anyone that tells you that Sanae is not the best character in the game, it's either a god that can make Sakuya do crazy shit, or a moron. So either that or that. So if you're not a god yourself, you know, don't fall for the Sakuya trap. You need to be a god. If you are a god, Sanae is good but not broken. I don't know about that, dude. I mean, good but not broken. I mean, see, here's the thing. When you go from failing so badly to be able to do this and have 5 lives to spare, I don't know, dude. What do you want me to tell you? I mean, obviously, we can have a different definition of broken, yes. But what do you want me to tell you here? When I go from not even being able to get to Dragon Eater to beating it on the first try with 5 lives on stock, I don't know, dude. You can say Marisa is broken in the bad way, right? But the problem is, I also couldn't do it with Sakuya, and Sakuya, as you say, is supposed to be on par or better than Sanae. But what's the point of that if only like 20 people in the world can make her work, right? That's my point. In any case, that doesn't take anything off from this run. That was a no bomb of the extra stage, yes, with Sanae, so she's on that. But yeah, basically, dude, I understand what you say. Theoretically, Sakuya is probably the best character in the game. Yes. But you gotta understand that we are just people. So if we were robots or gods, then Sakuya is clearly the best option to use. But we are not, so Sanae, I don't know. Maybe it's not broken to you, but to me it's absolutely broken. And I don't mean that as a bad thing, because if you want to pick this achievement, this lunatic no miss here, you need something broken. Reimu is also stronger than Sanae. Also, well, you don't have to be a god as with Sakuya, but you need to have a lot of really good and focused control. So I also, you know, really wouldn't say that she's better. Again, see, the problem is that you don't have to think from the perspective of a lunatic no miss no bone player, because if we start looking at that, then basically you could say something like, I don't know, well, what you heard the other day when I was streaming on Twitch, that someone said that Reimu was the only viable character in subterranean animism. If we start having that mentality that everyone is a no miss no bone player, then we are gonna start saying things that are not really useful, because they are hypothetical scenarios. It's kind of like saying something like, I don't know, C++ is clearly, or C, whatever low-level programming language, is clearly the best way to program this thing. Yes, it probably is if you were a robot or a super advanced AI. It's not the case. We are only humans, you know. The three are not clearly better than each other. It's just Marisa down there for no bomb at least. I don't know, dude. I'm just looking at the evidence. And obviously this is something personal, so it doesn't apply to every single player in the world. But the fact that both with Marisa and Sakuya, I got absolutely fucked. And then I picked Sanae and I did it on the first try without like having 5 lives to spare. I mean, and I'm sure that it doesn't apply just to me. It's just that it doesn't apply to the top players. But I'm pretty sure it applies to everyone that is on my level and below. And my level is already pretty low, you know. Like, my level is very low compared to the ones that are at the top. But the thing is, people that are at low level are the majority. So that's why I am saying statements like, you know, that one that I just told you, or the fact that Sakuya is the best character in the game, or that is a really good character, are not really that useful, because for most people it doesn't mean anything, and to me it also doesn't mean anything. But it's okay, it's obviously a different of perspective. If you're talking to a lunatic no miss no bone player, he will probably tell you get good scrub, but I mean, I don't care about those guys. You know, I'm not as good as them, so what they have doesn't apply to me, you know. That's why for me, I mean, to me, and probably to most people that are around my level or lower, and probably even higher too, Sanae is broken. That's the thing. But yes, if you are a no miss no one player, she's not broken, clearly, because you have a better option that is Sakuya, or maybe even Reimu. Yes, I agree, but again, I feel that it's not something useful to say when it's clear that we are not on that level, right? That's kind of what I'm trying to say here. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's okay. It's broken to me, and it's not broken to you. This is one of those things, as I was talking about the other day, about well, the other day, that was today, about tier list. Like in Street Fighter 4, some people say that Elena wasn't broken, and it was a low mid tier character. She was literally the best character in the game, and people were saying that she wasn't. But, you know, she wasn't because at maybe a mid level, you know, maybe it was different than the people that participated at tournaments. Also, Yami is saying that the guy that say that comment is a hero because it keeps triggering me. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Sanai is easier to use thing Noel Vermilion. Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I think that fighting games are a very good thing to relate. And I could also use the Elena example. Elena is a character that if you're a really good player, you can obliterate everyone in a very unfair way. But if you're not that good with Elena, and if you cannot do links in that game, Elena is not that good, because you just can't put those links there. But in tournament setting, players were winning so much with it and in such unfair ways that it was just clearly a character that was busted. But it was busted for the top players, probably. For lower players, it wasn't maybe that much, and maybe that's why it wasn't until much later that people agreed that she was broken. But it's one of those things, you know. Basically, it depends from what perspective. In the fighting game perspective, I'm talking from the top player perspective, because I didn't really play that much, so I really didn't care about how I will do with those characters, because I was a tournament watcher. I love watching tournaments, so it was clear that Elena was broken. If you watch tournaments, if you actually play, Elena is like, if you're not good, Elena is whatever. A broken character, if you are not good, will be someone like Ken. Ken, if you don't know what to do, Ken can obliterate you. He will be top tier for people that are not that good. And the same thing applies here. Sanae, to me, and people around my level, and as I say lower, is absolutely broken. But it's clear that the top players don't think so, and they have their good reasons to not think so. But I'm just talking from my perspective. And since this is not a competitive game like fighting games, I feel like it really matters what my perspective is, because, you know, since I'm not competing with anyone, it matters for what my personal objectives are. And for my personal objectives, Sanae is absolutely busted. But yeah, that's basically, you know, just what I think, you know. It's not that big of a deal, but damn. That was a lot more extensive than I thought. But, you know, don't worry about it. I do get your point, obviously. So, you know, I just hope you get mine. But basically, yeah, it's a matter of perspective, like everything, basically. Anyways, thanks everyone a lot for watching. On the next stream, since I already did the extra for 2 streams straight, I think I'm gonna actually try to do the main game, obviously. Probably some no bombs, or maybe some no miss, to try to get ready for the lunatic no miss if it ever comes to me. So yeah, maybe something like that. So, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream with more Touhou 18. So have a good one everyone, and take care.